Hi, I'm Devin Cox. I'm a member of Cork, and we're currently working on a project of creating a website to make it easier for young people to get work experience and jobs.
So I'll just introduce myself. I'm Councillor Nicolas O'Keeffe, City Councillor here in Cork City Council, and I also have the great privilege of working in a school. So the minute I heard about this fantastic idea, I absolutely wanted to get involved to see what you guys were doing and to check it out, because it sounds like a fantastic resource that is going to be really useful.
What could the city do to help young people get a job?
Yeah, well, I guess it's, I suppose City Council, what we can do here, I suppose working together with the City Council and with businesses and so on in Cork, is to provide the infrastructure that would be, to support local enterprise, to support employment in our local areas. The government can do that in terms of maintaining certain interest rates and so on. And it's important as well for us then that we would make sure that there is employment locally for people, and that we continue to attract world-class foreign direct investment like we have. We've got EMC, we've got Apple, they're here in Cork alone, throughout Ireland we've got Google, Facebook, you name it. So it's important that we continue to attract those really high-skilled jobs that we have a fantastic workforce to fill as well. And Cork is a very proud tradition over the last 50, 60 years of bringing that type of employment to Ireland, and indeed here to Cork as well. And I think, why not? It's the real capital. People should come here.
How can a young person make the best of their work experience?
Yeah, well, I guess, look, it's very important that if you're going to do it, it's only a short time you get 5 days, whatever, a couple of hours really, when you break it down. But it is important, you can get a lot done in that time. So what I would say is to really plan it out well, get a good placement, speak with the people who are there, speak with your teachers, make a list of things that you really want to know by the end of the week. Might be 10, 15 questions that you might like to ask the boss or the manager or the different departments within whatever area you're going to work. And as you tick off your questions and you get the answers, you will have really done the ground research that is essential in terms of finance. That's one really recommendation I would make in terms of maximising it. Similarly as well, it's important that you obviously look at this as being a very independent, standalone job. Be there on time, obviously attend regularly, do as you're told, be proactive. Maybe suggest something. You're only there for a short time. Speak to the manager and say, do you know what I was thinking? Because I have nothing to do this afternoon, could I do something? And that will help to show them as well that you're able to stand alone, that you've been proactive, and they're all very important skills you will have in your job as you move forward, whatever job you end up in.
Have you any advice on how young people can get a job?
You've got to be proactive. It's like anything, and I understand as well from your website that there's going to be an entrepreneurship section, which is really important because you have to be creative. I see people go around, they offer babysitting services, they offer grass cutting services. All of those are ways of being entrepreneurial and getting employment for yourself. Other than that, of course, appearance is very important, making the right approach to any interview that you may go. Again, I've mentioned it a couple of times, punctuality, being on time, really, really important, and being really dedicated and committed to something, working hard, being proactive, having the right approach, get a good CV together. That is what this website is going to offer you. Look at the sections, am I meeting all the criteria here? Getting good references, speaking to your teachers and saying, look, would you please recommend me for this particular job, and so on. And by having a structured CV, by having the right approach, a positive attitude, I have no doubt that you will pick employment. And as well, by doing the 2 weeks that you really haven't spoke about at the beginning was the transitional work experience. That's really important as well, because you can say, well, look, I have here 2 highly recommended references from people that I did my transitional work experience with. That's one of the only opportunities you're going to get in terms of putting on your CV at the age that you are. So use that and use that well.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.